Hey all, and welcome to a brief comparison slash first impressions video. I apologize for the lighting difference. I'm actually filming this at night for once, so that's why it looks a lot dimmer. So what I have here today is, I just got this in the mail about an hour and a half ago. This is the Sennheiser HD598 Closed Edition. And this, of course, is the 598 SE, which is an open can. So essentially, these are like pretty much the same headphones, but the difference in the closed and open variant. Beyond that, this is 50 ohms, this is 23 ohms, so the closed edition is easier to drive. And there's a frequency chart difference too. I'm not sure the specifics, so I'll put the link in the description so you can check it out. Basically, I said that this would be on heavy sale on Black Friday. That was my prediction, because last year this went down to £99 on Black Friday sale. Well, not this year. Apparently, these are £150 still. In fact, I believe their sale went on 1 pence lower than the normal price, which I find kind of strange. I'm not sure why. But on the bright side, Amazon came out with this, and this was £199 when it first came out back in November, early November, November 3rd, November 4th. Now it's £89. So I got this brand new, cheaper than that. That's cool. So I decided to pounce on it and do a quick... I'll be reviewing these later, of course. But right now, just a quick first impressions and just the aesthetic differences. So as you can see, they're both completely black. Yeah, that's a given. But let's talk about the headband first. On the original 598, you had this kind of headband which had kind of like airy. Some people complained about this. I didn't find it too much of a problem. It's kind of like an open, just like a very air-filled pad. Huh. But quality-wise, I wouldn't call it like the best pad in the world. I would actually call it, it's decent. It provides padding, but it doesn't provide the comfortable padding that you might be expecting of like a more premium high-end headphone. This is just, it's good. It's tacked on because of the price and because of the target market. But this, however, while it has less of that air thing, in fact, it has none, this is a way more comfortable looking pad, in my opinion. It rests much easier on the head. Like, I've had this on for about an hour now. I have to admit, this is a more comfortable headphone to wear. And that's the head pad difference. Let's talk about the air pad difference. Now, this is the major difference. On the original, you have a velour kind of airpad, sorry. And you have, basically it doesn't really constrict so much. There's no air or anything inside of it. You just place it on your head and it hangs there, rests there. I found it to be quite comfortable. No problems whatsoever. But the new one, this thing is interesting. This is like one of those vegan pads that you see from like the LCDs by Audeze and stuff like that. This is really comfortable. I'm not sure how much is picking up on camera in this light, but these are not velour like that. These are more like a vegan pad, like I said earlier. Very comfortable, very closed off. Like, these provide a good amount of isolation. And another reason for that is because, as you can see right here, this is velvet. This isn't open. As you can see in the original, there's an open grill right there. Not anymore. You've got this velvet part right here. So this is a closed headphone, as advertised, of course. But you'll be able to switch the cables easily, because, not that you really need to, but you could if you want to, because they use the same exact cable with the same locking mechanism, and they both come with one 3-meter and one normal portable cable, both terminating the same way. One terminating in a 1/4 inch, one terminating in 1/8 of an inch. So that's the looks. My first impression of the sound, though, is there's quite a bit more bass in the closed ones. Quite a bit more bass, a little bit more recess in the mid-range, just a little bit, in my opinion. I'm not exactly sure, need more listening to be absolutely sure. But since these are first impressions, I'm allowed to be wrong. So little recess in the mids. but the highs feel like they extend further on the closed edition than the open edition, which I found quite interesting. I'm going to dive into these. I have another headphone also, which I plan to review, which might come before this actually. So, quite a few things in the 100 to 200 pound range that I'm going to be talking about. Quite excited about this. Quite happy with the deal I got. It's actually the #1 best-selling closed headphone today on Amazon UK for good reason. Lots of people found this deal and they pounced on it just like I did. So stay tuned for my review, and I'll see you next time.